Quick, quick. This video series is going to be about something I hold kind of close to my heart. As some of you know, there's like really two things that I hold pretty close to my heart. What do I mean by close to my heart? Just things that I love. I feel like I know a lot about. I feel like I'm pretty good at it, and I really like showing people how to do it. It's also things that I have used to get paid. Right? So some people don't know. So real quick. I have been paid. I used to be involved in private investigation. I got paid. I paid bills doing private investigation. But unfortunately, some of the ethics of private investigation just didn't sit well with me. So I walked away from it. Right. I used to hold that close to my heart, but not so much no more. Another thing that I hold close to my heart is lock picking, like locksmithing and lock picking. I love locks, door locks, window locks, knowing how they work, knowing how to open them, how to bypass them, all that stuff. Okay, so but I'm hesitant to explain that just over the internet, right? Obviously. And I've been paid to be a locksmith. I've locksmithed before, okay, and made money and paid bills with that money, okay. Um, in other words, somebody who's not related to me or doing me a favor, a stranger, has paid me money to locksmith. Same thing with private investigation. I used to work with a company. Okay, so all right, private investigation gone. I'm not going to talk about that at all. Locksmithing. That really, a lot of people post videos on how to pick locks and shit, and it's like a bunch. No offense to you guys, to some of you guys, but it's like a bunch of teenagers jamming screwdrivers into quick set locks and breaking them. They're like, break the lock, and then they're like, look, I picked it, but you didn't pick it, you broke it. There's a difference, right? So anyway, if you want to lower, I will show people in person, or maybe through some kind of really guided back and forth. I may like talk about it. Basic lock picking, people, you can come up with all kinds of shit where like, oh, I have a screwdriver and a bobby pin. But if you want to do it for real, you need to get a lock pick set. Okay, I have a lock pick set. I know in some states they're illegal if you don't have a locksmith license. So be careful, right? Like, but if you're gonna be serious about lockpicking and your state allows it without a locksmith license, just get the pick set, man. There's no reason to like rig up all these stupid little tools. The pick set is like works on probably 90% of all locks within 30 seconds, right? If you're working on a lock, if you're working on like a standard kind of lock, like a schlag or a quick set, and it's been like a minute, 2 minutes, and it ain't opening, it ain't gonna pick. Either or you're horrible at it. But the point is, if you're good at lockpicking and you can't get through that thing in like a minute and a half, you're gonna need to drill that shit. Anyway, that's a whole different topic. Anyway, so what I'm getting at now, so actually, this has been about 3 minutes and I haven't even gotten to my topic yet. All right, now I'm getting to the topic. I'm going to do brief videos discussing something that is often like, what is the word I'm looking for? Ego stroking. People oftentimes like stroke their ego by talking about it, but they never ever actually describe it. And what it is tracking. Tracking the sign. I'm using modern Carne white dude terms. Okay. Tracking the sign, right? The reason I use these terms is because you can cross-reference. If I use English terms, you'll be lost. If I use Ganesha terms, you can cross-reference it with other things and you won't be lost. So just tracking, right? Again, I'm not going to teach. I'm not saying I'm teaching you how to track. That'd be ridiculous to tell you that I'm teaching you across the internet. That's silly. What I can do is offer you a like basic lesson, basic pointers, right? But really, the only way to learn tracking is to actually have somebody in real life with you, showing you, explaining it to you, right? And it takes a long time. Because, for example, all right, quick question. All of you watching, how long does it take a boiling cup of water, like hot tea, like hot tea, like the water is hot as shit, like boiling, boiling water or water from like a coffee pot. Hot water, like really hot water to where you can steep tea, or hot ass coffee, one of the two. Like, how long where you live right now does it take it sitting outside to go lukewarm? Right? If you were to come into a camp and there's a thing of tea that or coffee and it's lukewarm, then like how much time can you definitively say has passed? Right? It's shit like that. Like, you gotta know little things. So I start off with actually jumping the gun a little bit. It's called, what do they call it these days? What do Kane shells call it? Kane shells call it, I think, an age stand. AGESTAND, an age stand. Where you literally need to learn your environment. What you do is you build like a small little box, like about an inch high, filled with some dirt and shit. And then you put a bunch of shit into it, like cigarettes, cigarette packs, Coke cans, whatever, and you let that just sit outside. And you let time go by. And then after like a week, you look at it and you see how does all, so how did it look new? How does it look a week from now? How does it look a month from now? How does it look 2 months from now? And what you gotta understand is you have to understand that shit ages. Things change. A pack of cigarettes on the ground is gonna look distinctly different when it's only a few hours old than from when it's like 2 weeks old. One of the most common things is like sunlight, bleaching. A new fresh pack of cigarettes is all the colors gonna be nice and crisp, but when it's outside for a while, the color starts to fade. But you as a tracker, you would need to know how long does it take in that part of the world for that pack of cigarettes to fade. You gotta be able to guess a time. Other things, you know what I'm saying? So like this understanding how first, of course, obviously there's what is the sign? Sign is any evidence of the thing that you're tracking. When you're tracking, you have a target and you are the follower. And the target is moving through the environment and you are following all of its signs, all of the evidence of it passing through. You follow it and that's how you track it. Okay? That's how you track a deer. That's how you track a person. Okay? Anything that is a physical being that moves through the environment leaves evidence of it going through there. So what evidence does it leave? How does the environment affect that evidence? Like a footprint. If it was as simple as just literally following footprints, then a lot of people can do that. That just basic, I'm following a set of footprints. That's easy. Right? You learn that in like 5 minutes. The question is how does the environment affect those footprints after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours? What do you learn from the footprints? You can see the footprint on the ground, but what is it telling you? You know what I mean? Anybody can follow footprints. It's like follow the dotted line, but what is it telling you? When you see that footprint, what is that footprint saying? You know what I mean? Like, alright? That's simple. Alright, so anyway, I'll post some videos about, like tracking, not to teach you, but to inspire you. Okay, and about like locks and little bit touching a little bit on how to sneak around a bit, maybe. But all of this is not going to be, again, not going to be shinobi stuff. This is Nujintai stuff. Okay, scout stuff, generic Indian stuff. So, and this is only to inspire you. This is not like I'm teaching you a scouting technique. No bullshit like that. Don't talk shit like that, okay? This is just to inspire you.